Welcome back to another episode of The Gentleman Show, joined as always by the gentleman,
Curtis Nash.
Josh Gruber.
And I am Darren Wartz, and
Josh is sick.
Got a little frog there.
Josh Gruber.
Yeah, I'm a little
Ross
sick.
from Monster Inc. We're not doing any spotlights, we're not doing anything fancy, we're doing a regular show lineup. It feels like it's been forever since we've done something like this.
Nerd news of the week.
Nerd news of the week.
I'm excited.
Indeed.
You know, I think that's kind of what we're going to be doing for the next few weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Comic-Con's this weekend.
Well, hey, don't spoilers. That's coming up later in the show. Well, as it happens, we only do one show a week because we aren't getting paid yet to do these exclusively, which means that we review some television shows that aired a little bit earlier on in the week. Last Friday was the premiere of Luke Cage on Netflix, and of course, the Westworld series premiere that happened on HBO. Where do we start? What do you want to start with?
Let's go with Luke Cage first.
You want to start with Luke Cage?
Yeah, and then we'll finish.
Okay.
with Westworld.
All right, so you are on episode 9?
It is paused at home right now. 20 minutes left of episode 9, so we can't, you know...
Talk about the ending?
Yeah, so,
Damn it.
but, you know what? Him being, like, from the Bronx, I don't know if anybody knows.
Harlem.
Like, Harlem.
Get it right.
Sorry.
Get out of the damn
New York. No, like, the whole idea of a Luke Cage show was kind of dicey for me at first.
Right.
We had Daredevil on Netflix. Then we went to Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones I thought was dicey, and it turned out all
Pretty
right.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I haven't talked to anybody that's not a comic book fan that kind of got their idea of Jessica Jones or like Luke Cage. It's the diehard fans that know who these characters are. So for me, I was like, Luke Cage, first Jessica Jones, then I think he was so popular in Jessica Jones that originally they had said that Netflix came out and said, we were planning on doing Iron Fist before Luke Cage, and they bumped Luke Cage up because of Jessica Jones. So we got this, and then we're getting Iron Fist. And you know what?
March 17th.
Yeah, like right away. Like they released the date, March 17th. And so for me, Daredevil still...
Always.
The best.
Yeah, still holds a special spot in my heart because the first time you see this dark and gritty world on Netflix, like through Marvel, I was just like blown away. I was like, this is awesome. This is how it should be. So same elements apply to Jessica Jones and to Luke Cage. But Luke Cage is just more of a gangster show almost, He's dealing with
every episode
crooks.
title is a gangster song.
Yeah.
I said, I was mentioning, I'm like, this show makes me want to watch American Gangster.
Right.
It does, because it's very, I'm not going to say blaxploitation, which it's not, but it's very like Harlem, but they have like very like 70s music.
They do,
like,
yeah.
Disco, like,
Yeah.
like when stuff's getting going, it's very Harlem-esque.
Yeah.
The society, and they do a lot of like the problems that they have, which is kind of cool that they tied in like current problems going on in the world today with the show. But it's Luke Cage. He's bulletproof. He's super strong. They showed a clip about a month ago when he's ripping off car doors and bending them over people, and that was the coolest part of the whole series.
It happens in episode 4.
And most of the time he's just standing there taking bullets.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I see some Luke Cage strength?
Yeah.
somewhere
They don't
here?
have the budget for Luke Cage.
That's
strength
true.
To go that far with it, though.
Yeah.
Netflix does have quite the budget, but when you're going, even when you're like, there's a certain, I don't know what episode it's on, but it doesn't spoil anything. It's just him jumping out of a window and landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, even that, even though it's like a small computer-generated image that you got to put in there, a small special effect, it's still, you can tell this is Netflix TV and it's not a movie budget. So it's little things like that I can understand why there's not a huge Luke Cage fight sprawling across all of Harlem.
Maybe it's because they peg him as like this hero for hire. He's defending the people of Harlem, from the evil gangster that you'd expect to see more. But he just shows up and everybody's like, oh, we gotta go, Luke Cage is here. Maybe that's it, because Jessica Jones, I guess, has almost the same powers, but they didn't show as much. But when it happened, you're like, oh man, that's cool.
And when you
Right.
mention the heroes for hire, they kind of keep like alluding to that, where someone's just like, ooh, to protect us, you
I
should get
know.
paid for that. And he keeps going, I'm not going to do this for money. I'm like, that's your core drive.
Yeah.
And
It's just those little
Yeah.
tidbits for the fan. They're like, oh, hero for hire,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, and that's hopefully we get him and Iron Fist team up, because those two usually kind of did the heroes for hire.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
aspect
buddies
of it.
going around just like beating people up. Like we were talking off screen there. For me, he doesn't have kind of like the fighting prowess that Daredevil has, or any of the other superheroes that like train
'Cause he doesn't
martial
need
arts.
it.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah.
That's right. He's super powered. Like nothing can hurt him. So for me, I was really, and like I said, us talking about it, I was expecting to see like this kind of on par fight that could be equivalent to Daredevil in the hallway and stuff like that, but with Luke Cage just going through like 50 guys. And like realistically, he can just be grabbing guys and throwing them through the wall, punching, kicking, whatever. Yeah. And it doesn't happen. Yeah. And it's kind of the letdown. Like Netflix should have just like one episode. That's all you need to really show them off, because that's what they've done in the other season or the other shows, right?
Yeah, but with Daredevil, you could showcase his ninja abilities by just hiring a ninja and putting him in the suit.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be Charlie Cox to be a good fighter. You don't need special effects for it.
Yeah. You get Terry Crews.
But it's just, I understand, right? Terry Crews is the only man large enough to be able to fill Luke Cage's shoes. But I enjoyed it. Like, there was a lot of stuff with, I can't remember his name, Cottonmouth, Remy Shan from House of Cards. He was probably my peak moment of the entire, he was my favorite character on the entire show. And his insanity of the laugh. Someone will insult him and he'll laugh, and then he'll just sit there and be like, he's gonna shoot him in the face right away.
If I was an episode behind before coming here, I wouldn't have agreed with you. I was like, man, that guy kind of sucks.
Right.
But you get kind of his origin story, not so much an origin story, but you get that episode that explains how he turns out, the reason why he turns out. And it kind of hits you in the feels. Like, it goes a little deep, and I was like, wow, like, okay, there you go. And so I do agree with you. Like, he's a really kind of dynamic character that you see, throughout the show. So
I'm still glad, I still liked Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I think I said to you, because I said it's probably my least favorite old Netflix show, but I said that's like saying I don't like the green M&Ms. I like the blue and red.
If you were to rate the Marvel original Netflix shows, for me it would be Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones.
That's really? I like Jessica Jones.
I did too. Yeah.
I thought Jessica Jones was slower for me. It just seemed like it wasn't, when the Purple Man came in, like there were cool elements, but I just found myself more bored with that series than I did with Luke Cage. If you say it's because it was a woman, I'm going to punch you in the head.
It was not.
I can see it just brewing in your eyes.
No, so yeah, a few episodes left for me. You guys have finished it, but I'll give it a preliminary rating, and you guys give your overall rating, and we'll go from there. So right now, where I stand, like I'm like you said, you go Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. I'm the other way. Like, I'm Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage right now. But I mean, it's still a solid 7.5 for me. Yeah. Like, it's like Kurt said, it's Marvel. You're gonna be entertained. I'm being entertained. Like, I love it. Could it have been better? Did I expect a little something different? Of course. Whatever.
I'd give it a 7.5 too. It could have been an 8 if I hated the last. The last boss, whatever you want to say.
But I messaged him. We have a little Facebook group where we sit and talk about TV and movies. And I messaged him. I was like, the show was a 9. That idiot walked in. 7. It looked like cheap cosplay that I made while drinking. Yeah, it just didn't.
It's true.
Cardboard beer box on your head,
basically, and like
fear me,
and like Agent Diggle's helmet from Arrow, and it picked little pieces, and I could see where they were going for with the original character to like pay homage to it, but swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
But a show that was not a swing and a miss, that I was very excited for and have been for months upon months now, Westworld.
Man,
holy Dinah.
This is a crazy show.
Where do we want to start? Because it was you last night when you were watching it. We just get a message at like 11:30. Well, this is a weird show.
I just started it.
Well, the only thing that really bothers me about the show, but I also love, is I have no idea where they're going with it.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea what the overall arc of this storyline is going to be, but I was reading online some theories and all this kind of stuff, and probably one of the coolest things I read is Ed Harris's character.
The Man in Black?
The show, the movie, it was a movie like 30 plus years ago. He's saying how I started here 30 years ago. Maybe this is 30 years later from the original movie.
They did say it was canon. They said
the original
Westworld movie?
Yeah. They said,
so he might have been I haven't watched the original movie because I'm scared it's gonna, because it's just a movie that is gonna spoil the whole arc and what's gonna happen. But if that character is in it, that's very cool.
There was one other part in the show.
Take it for J.J. Abrams to knock it out of the park again.
Whoa, it wasn't J.J. But there was one other part in the show where they'd make mention about not having an incident in the past 2
Yeah.
decades. And it's that where I was like, okay, I knew it was a film prior.
Yep.
There's actually a few
Michael
films.
Crichton novel.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's where we're going to pull from because it's going to be a 5-season series.
That's what they
When
already
they're going
said.
to
I
end
know.
it. So it's like, and there with the movies that you're talking about, there's Roman World, there's a Water World, there's all
Yeah.
these different ones. So
There was it was Westworld, and then the sequel was Future World, and like these were back in the 70s, early 80s. There was a TV show that filmed 5 episodes. They only aired 3, got canceled.
must have been great.
So like there's a lot of kind of lore, like you said, it's based on books. So yeah, like it, and just knowing that it's kind of referencing a lot of the older stuff. I was like, oh my, here we go.
Oh my.
But I don't know. I still don't know. I don't know how the world works. I want them to explain it. Like, you keep seeing things over and over again, but they change a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, this person, this part. I'm like, well, how does it, like, they just spend the day there?
Well, that's
you
the
know?
thing is
Like,
they wipe their memories with the beginning of every day. It's kind of almost like
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, that one or the Tom Cruise one where it's like every time you die,
Minority
Edge of
Report.
Tomorrow.
yeah, you come back.
Oh, yeah.
Minority Report.
Get out of here!
Speaking of missing it all day job.
Blame the NyQuil.
And that's kind of the gamer in me is loving it because they keep referring to story arcs, and if we take 200 of these guys out, it's going to mess all the stories. We'll throw in the big battle, and that'll make all the patrons happy. To me, that's the really cool thing where it's like you almost have quests.
Yeah.
You go to this Westworld, and then you bump into somebody, and they're going to deliver milk, but they're going to get robbed along the way, and then you're going to be the hero.
It's a crazy idea. And, like,
But
you don't
it's
know the
brilliant
world.
because
It is
people
brilliant.
would pay.
People would pay. I know it's like rich people who would pay, but is it? You think that's what I don't understand. Is this a secret thing? Because you think there'd be more people wanting to do this.
But we don't know because we haven't seen anything outside of the
Exactly.
lab. So
That's why it's making me so
we
mad.
don't even know what year we're in.
So it looks like, and it sounds like it takes place in the future.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Quite a bit
With-
because Anthony Hopkins says we've reached the pinnacle of humanity.
Yeah.
So now artificial intelligence is the next
is
step.
taking over
Yeah.
essentially, which leads me to believe that Anthony Hopkins, like,
Do you think he's
just
an android?
I
Do you
don't
think
know.
Anthony Hopkins is one?
Somebody's an android that you think is human. It's gotta
Well,
be.
because I
will
thought
see.
Prince Charming from Enchanted was going to be human, and he was going there for the first one.
Who's that?
I thought he was human too.
that Cyclops?
Yeah, Michael Marsden.
James Marsden. Get out!
Yeah, but when he was first on the train, he wakes up and he's looking with such wonder in his eyes. I'm like, okay, he's a main character, and then he gets shot. Like,
Human.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he's not.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's the scene where, the man in black rolls up and he's kind of explaining it. Oh, we do this kind of song and dance every night, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll let you shoot first. And he's shooting him.
Nothing.
And it doesn't sound like a real gun. It sounds like something you'd play like in a laser tag. It sounds
It's
fake.
like, it's like
so
only
he's
the
shooting
people
him and he's like,
vision in their hands. I don't know.
and he's just going like, what's going on? And the man in black's kind of explaining it, and then he shoots him. There's blood, and I was, whoa, okay, so like the humans are invincible.
Yeah.
Like the humans can't be hurt, and that's what they kind of reiterate throughout the entire episode. Like they can't hurt a fly.
But the programming on the one is starting to go.
Well,
and that's
the
all-
oldest one, right?
It's sub-
Yeah, he's
Oldest one.
remembering. He's remembering.
Oh, the
Haven't
dad.
people learn? Haven't these people watch Terminator?
Skynet, man.
You never
Self-aware.
dabble in artificial intelligence.
No, they always grow to be smarter than humans, and they rebel every
And
time.
I'm curious. There's so many. This show did a great job of hooking me in the first episode, where like
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready for the. I don't need to be like, well, maybe I'll give it another week. and
Doesn't
see if it's
usually
good.
happen too often.
No, and it's like Ed Helms when he scalps the guy.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Get out!
Damn it! Damn it! I was that would be so good. Anyway, Ed Harris, you jerk. He has like that scalp, but it's got almost like the blueprint on the skull of him.
Yeah.
The cool dynamic between the programmers on that balcony when they're talking about like where the money comes from and who's really running the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Who are they talking
Yeah.
about? There's so many elements of things that I don't really know what's going on with, and then I'm just excited to see where we're going. Are these people going to remember? When are the androids going to strike back?
I'm thoroughly confused. I don't know what's going on,
The tagline of this podcast.
but I love it. I do. I can't wait to watch next week. I'm like, I gotta know what happens
Yeah.
now. So they got me. They've got
Yeah,
me
for
hook, line,
sure.
and sinker.
They kind of, she's the kind of the main android chick,
What's her name?
Rachel.
Leaker?
Evan Rachel. Get out!
He's got him written on his palm. He's like, you idiots.
So they mentioned that she is the oldest android. She was the first one
Yeah.
ever built, and you kind of you learn throughout the episode with Anthony Hopkins that some of these androids that have the new program downloaded into them are remembering prior lives or scenarios.
One used to be a pastor, one used
Classic
to be a teacher.
problems with a new iOS update.
Clearly, obviously, you kind of see where this is going with like the oldest.
She'll be the leader.
Yeah, and so the way that it ends,
She's glitching.
Well, the way that it
tell.
ends, as
Her eyes
soon
like
as that
twitching.
fly flew, I was like, here we go.
Because I was wondering at the beginning, I'm just like, they are really putting a lot of focus on flies.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, either like those are what is infecting them and
Maybe
making
they're
them
cameras.
wrong. Maybe that's how they're monitoring them. Who knows? And then when they kill them, I was like, okay, so I've just been all the wrong guesses on what's going on. One character, he had a quick little stint in it, but Xerxes.
Yeah.
When he's in there and they're doing like
I
the
don't know
big
his name,
shoot 'em
so I
up.
can't tell you to get out.
Xerxes. When they're doing like the big shoot 'em up and everything, and he dies right off the bat, but he's going to be an integral part. But do you think he's going to be a good integral part, a bad integral part? Because Ed Harris seems to be the antagonist so far.
I don't know though. Like that's the thing. Like if we do see a kind of robot rebellion,
There's gonna be good side and bad
bad
side.
guy.
Well, there's going to be
He's
one
a
of the
human,
team
right?
up with the humans, and yeah, totally.
As long as that blonde girl keeps shooting the way she was shooting in that show.
All with that.
Pam ham, pam ham, pam ham, pam ham. I was
The
like, woo.
music. I hope it wasn't just for this episode that they're
Painted
going
black?
to be doing that.
Painted Black
Painted Black
Soundgarden.
Sun?
Yeah. There was so much wicked, just old piano
And it was one of
music.
Let me tell you a story, see? Ding, 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 ding,
It was
ding,
one of
ding,
those moments. One of those moments where the Black Hole Sun's playing at the beginning of every day, and I'm sitting there just thinking,
What is
that
this
sound
song?
so damn familiar? What is this?
I was listening to it too, and then all of a sudden you just start singing it, and I was like, Jesus, the Black Hole
Because I
Sun.
was like, oh my god, that's Soundgarden.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's the theme going forward, because technically, I guess to them it would be classical music that they're playing in this recreation. Do you plug into the Matrix?
Whoever's
Do you
day
go
that
there?
is, it could be their favorite music.
So like,
who knows?
there's kind of two different elements to like the show. There's the Westworld, and then there's the future. Like there's the real day futuristic
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Which one are you kind of looking forward to more?
Oh, I love westerns,
I don't
man.
know, man.
Do ya?
Give me the old west.
I want the future stuff. I
Yeah.
want the real life. I want to see how that stuff goes.
Why
out,
was Anthony
you know?
Hopkins playing chess with that one guy? Why, like, I'm already looking forward to, like the giant room that had nothing but wangs and boobs everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably going to be the android army.
Just
of
like
all the
reminds me of
defective
like
ones.
the old iRobot stuff, you know?
And of course, classic Game of Thrones. What would a new show be without a classic piece? Like, really?
At HBO.
Right? But do you think going forward with the show, we're going to see, is it going to get redundant? Like when you go into season 2, if they go to Future
Not
World,
if they're going to-
is it going to be robots going bad again every year? Is it going to be, that's the thing I'm worried about.
I don't know. Like, I don't know the stories, the sequels.
I don't
you
want
know,
those
to
stories.
that. Yeah,
At this
like,
That's why
points.
I'm not watching trailers going forward, because I loved how confused I was. at the
I
end of
know,
that episode.
exactly. I'm confused as heck, but I love it.
it's really a head scratcher to sit down and watch it. And then, like, for me, like you said, it's just something that I was really thinking about. I was like, man, would I pay $1,000 to play essentially a virtual reality where you
Sword Art
you
Online,
walk
but,
in
yeah.
and they're just like, you there, sir, we're looking for bandits, can you come with us, yes or no? And like you said, there's so many different quests that you are
Well,
approached.
they even pay
and-
mention to there's like the cannibals in the caves. Like if
Yeah.
you venture out, that it can get dangerous. And the one idiot who brought his kid.
I like the dudes that are in there for a bachelor party. You know what they're doing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's just the thing. Like it's just. It puts that question into your head as if you were in real life to pay the money and go there, would you be able to like kill and rape and do all
I
this
still
stuff that they
couldn't.
did?
Like,
Well, you
in
know,
video games, I'm
like-
still the good guy. I've yet to play a video
My
game
Paragon
where I
points are
choose
through
bad.
the roof. And
That was the conversation the first 5 minutes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
They're rolling in on the train, and the one guy said, "Oh, last time I was here, I spent 2 weeks just being evil,
Yeah.
blowing stuff up, and just raping and pillaging everything." He was
Yeah.
like, "Best time ever." You're like, "Oh, that's kind of
You're
weird,
crazy.
but all
It's
right."
so real, and like the robot, you can't tell the difference between robots and
No.
humans. Where it's to the point where it's just like you're like when Ed Harris is raping the main character, you're just like, that's not just like in a video game where Geralt is doing it and I hit A to accept. You have to physically do this and drag her by the hair in
Right.
the bars.
Yeah, yeah.
My cup of tea. I'd be the sheriff, but I wouldn't be.
Press A.
But if I had to rate that premiere 10 out of 10, I had no
it was
qualms
awesome.
with it whatsoever.
I'm
hooked.
I'm with you guys. Like we're all super jacked. Like
And like
bring on episode 2.
The intro when they're 3D printing like the ligaments on the androids, like in the future. Like I could talk about this show for a podcast.
The intro,
itself.
the music, right? It's not Game of Thrones. It's something different, but it has that
HBO.
Game of Thrones feel.
This is
like
the water cooler show. The next everybody's like, man, did you watch Westworld?
Westworld.
Yeah, and everybody's rubbing their heads.
Thrones?
Yeah, but I don't know what the hell I just had.
Good job, HBO.
Right? And then to move into the next segment, only really one trailer had dropped this week.
Yeah.
But it was, I guess, one of the bigger
surprise.
blockbuster ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere.
I knew it was coming out, but
I saw the story, hey, this is going to post during Fear the Walking Dead's finale tonight. And then it was up, and I watched it, and I didn't care.
really?
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Pirates of the Caribbean. I really am. Like, lots of people don't like any of them. Oh, I love all of them. I think they're so much fun.
I'll watch them. Like, the first 2 for me were brilliant. I loved them so much. The third one was a throwaway. I fell asleep twice during In Stranger Tides. And then this one, just seeing Javier's 3D
Getting,
hair.
like evil eye from Judge. He's like,
Javier's like,
Oh, no, that's my
animated
NyQuil
hair. I was just, it lost
but
me
he
at
looks
that.
so creepy. He's like, black stuff's coming in his mouth.
Yeah, because I figured dead men tell no tales. So obviously he's looking for Jack Sparrow, wants to kill him so he doesn't do something or tell any tales. And also, obviously Javier died in the water, and that's why his hair is in a suspended state of underwater.
But
just all
Orlando
the time.
Bloom's back. That's kind of cool. Or
Is
he's
he
gonna
actually
be.
back?
Yeah.
It's not the poor man's Orlando Bloom, this movie?
No.
I saw you like
he's supposed to
comment
be
that,
back.
and I was like, oh, he's.
And the mermaid
Darren's film
love story,
testing.
like, come on, Disney.
Yeah,
Get
that's
your head out of
true.
your ass.
But I love a good swashbuckling adventure tale.
And that's why I'll still watch them, because you get no pirate movies unless it's Pirates of the Caribbean. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
watch
true.
it, and I'll put myself through it, even if it's good or not. But with this one, it looks better than on Stranger Tides.
Looks
but
dark.
It's, yeah.
like really dark.
You know what? There wasn't a whole lot that you could kind of like. It was a teaser. It wasn't a full trailer. So the dead guy comes out. He talks to the guy. I'm looking for Jack Sparrow. Give him a message,
Can
and
you do
that's
that,
all you
please?
see.
The little humor there was nice.
yeah. So then that's all you see. So I think once we see full trailer, you
little-
might change your mind.
A little Jack
Maybe.
Sparrow happening.
Yeah.
I could never go another day in my life without seeing Jack Sparrow again. I'm so done with that character. Even Johnny Depp seems like he couldn't give a shit less about it when he's doing it. I think he's just drunk.
Oh yeah,
pretending.
he just goes to the children's hospitals for
Chris,
fun.
he
Dressed as
carries
Jack
his
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow costume
Yeah,
everywhere.
his cameras get turned off. He's taking his Troy's back and his money. He's face pushing the kid out
His
the door.
bags
and
of
he's
money.
walking out, swashbuckling piece of anyway. No, it's overdone, and it's like every Johnny Depp character is a variation. Like the Mad Hatter in those movies, that when he'd go dark mode, it was Captain Jack Sparrow's voice.
Yeah.
And it was just, I'm seeing it too much, and he's becoming very one-dimensional to me. But hey, that's why film's subjective. You two seem like very angry people on the internet.
I'm gonna troll you so bad.
I kind of agree with you that like Jack Sparrow is the character that he created. Like Disney said blah blah blah. He came up with it. They didn't like it. He was like,
You're
I do it
insane.
or I walk.
Yeah.
And like this is him. This is his character from scratch. But this is 5 films in, and I can see how.
they're going for the 6.
Yeah, we'll see 6.
They're going Harry Potter numbers.
We'll see 6, but like you said, it's a big
Yarr.
family pirate movie. Yeah, arr.
And they're still going to get my money because I've gone to see all
Let
of
me
the
get
other
my
ones,
hands
so why
on your
not?
booty.
And is Keira Knightley back? When am I get my hands on that?
Oh,
movie?
no.
Thank goodness. I don't like her.
What?
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
Put Emily Blunt in it.
Oh. Oh.
Keira Knightley, there's something about her. It was like even a Domino, she was just that badass bitch that was so hot in the way that she did
Meh.
it, and she had those elements in the first Pirates,
Yeah.
and then when she started getting more badass, like
Yeah.
give me
Meh.
that all
She
day.
does too many period pieces.
Right?
I'm not liking those.
No, getting a little tired of that. Well, other than the period piece of pirate time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
do that all the time. What's our next segment, Josh?
We got a
shout
few
out
more
to
TV to
starting
for
this week.
Yeah, so
2
tonight.
of the best shows on TV are
Hey,
starting
I
this
gotta
week.
get home like right now. Flash is on. Flash.
Flash and Arrow
Green
this
Arrow.
week.
Yeah.
Flashpoint
so,
Paradox
boy.
coming to the small screen.
So I'm really excited. Really excited. Like Flash is one of my
emanating off your
I know.
genes.
Flash is
Try
one
to
of my
calm down over there.
all-time
I'm really
DC
excited.
heroes, and Flashpoint's one of my favorite
comics?
stories. Yeah, like Jeff Johns. Like you can't say enough good things about that guy. And just to the way that season 2 ended, I was like, holy crap! Like they're doing.
What did you do,
Flashpoint.
Barry?
Right.
And for them to do Flashpoint, like you said on TV,
That's a
I
big
was like,
task.
it is a big task, and obviously I know you can't do it verbatim. Obviously, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, you're not going to see those things,
No.
and those are like
They
the
built
big
their own
points.
little world, though.
Yeah, for
Really,
sure.
You don't really have to worry about it.
But it kind of tickles me that the Flash is central to all of the DC shows on, and I think it kind of pisses Stephen Amell off, where he's like, "Oh yeah, if that doesn't affect us, there's no way it doesn't." And Arrow's really I loved Arrow. I still love Green Arrow. I collect a lot of those comics. But for me, Arrow has become too much like a soap opera with the whole Felicity
Who lied this
Smoke.
week?
Will they, won't they? I'm like, kill her off. Get her out of there,
They
Mark
almost
Guggenheim.
did
Come
last year.
on.
They almost killed her, or they did
Yeah.
for like a day and then brought her back. Like, no, leave her
So, again, I'm super excited for Flash, Arrow,
That's it
Legends
this
of
week.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
and
that's
then-
next week.
Right.
Save it.
With the
all
Fight
the
Club.
DC stuff, right? But
dead.
no, I gotta get home. I'll watch it.
We still have a few
we
more
get this
things to
mic
talk
off.
about. Just quickly, this
This got you
infuriated
going.
me
Yeah.
when I read this. Batman VR game coming out takes an hour to beat.
It's gonna
And
be
they
$80.
seem proud of that. And then they're like, well, it takes to finish at 100%, it'll take you another 90 minutes. A 2.5 hour game,
For $80
you can
bucks.
shove your VR up your butt for that.
And that's the thing. It's like when the first time 3D tried to make a comeback in the theaters. It wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah.
And it's like they were trying to push this agenda of just like, ooh, it's new and it's futuristic and it's in the movies. So, and look, ooh, it's virtual
Thanks,
reality.
James Cameron.
Right? But it's not. VR's not there yet. Like, I want my VR to be like Sword Art Online, where I plug into it or put it on and I'm like, I feel like I'm
Ready Player One.
Yeah,
Ready
I want
Player
my-
One.
I want to
Yeah.
put on my Oculus Rift. I want to put on my game gloves.
Yeah.
And I want to be in there punching like Batman
Yeah.
and having to walk. Like, have you seen that harness where you're on a treadmill?
Yeah.
Like, I want all of that to be on par, but it's just, when it's an hour, like, so am I wearing the Oculus Lift but still using my direction?
You are, yeah. You're still using your,
That's not virtual reality.
your
That's-
PlayStation Motion.
I can go get that frickin' cardboard Google thing and put it on, and it's good enough.
But if they charge $80, the second they said 2.5 hours, I'm like that.
Well,
game should
nobody
cost
knows,
$20.
but I mean, I don't know why that surprises you, because they're like, oh, here's a Star Wars game for VR. It's only one level, and it kind of ties in with Battlefield, but we're going to charge $50, $60 for that. Like, come on. It sounds like a lot of those VR games are...
But they're pushing it on the idiots that aren't us, and hopefully not you, that are going to go out and be like, ooh, but it's virtual reality Batman. I'll spend
No,
it's not
$80.
yet.
And then you get No Man's Sky, and you hate your life and regret every minute of it.
Like you said, it's still very much a novelty.
Yeah.
There's still very much like the kinks they need to hammer out, and
Look,
it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But like you said, I want the full VR experience. I don't
it's
want
going to be the
BS.
virtual boy of the.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I want to play Battlefield on the treadmill thing, and I want to be
Running.
Oh,
feel-
running.
And
Yeah.
like if I take my
Give you
hand
like
in
a
front of my
gun.
face, my guy puts his hand in front of his face, and I want to
Yeah.
feel like
I
I'm on the
agree.
battlefield.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit on my ass in my underwear with like a bag of chips beside me and just be, I'm walking straight.
Yeah,
Ooh, but I can
ooh,
look
But I
around.
can look around.
Yeah.
Like,
That's pretty cool, but I can't see that I'm Batman because unless there's a freaking mirror down this
Yeah.
hall. So yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
no, I'm not gonna. Especially $300. No, you can stuff it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stuff
agreed.
it up your butt.
Agreed.
No, we're not gonna stuff up our butts though. New York Comic Con.
The second best Comic Con of the year.
Okay, so it's obviously next week. That's what we're gonna do, a focus video on everything that we learned from the weekend, and that is New York Comic Con. But do we have any predictions of what we think might happen?
There's
I
going
know
to be
for
a
fact-
lot of Marvel stuff.
I know for a fact War of the Planet of the Apes was going to be showcased.
If I see
And-
another ape on a frickin' horseback with akimbo machine guns, I'm riding.
And one of the lesser known action movies, John Wick 2 is going to be there.
Oh,
that comes out in February, so it's
Yeah.
got to have a
New
trailer.
dog.
And he has his
Oh,
dog.
man. John Wick is
So I
like
guess
one
it's
of
not
the
taking place in
coolest action
Montreal.
Oh!
Political insert.
Oh, that's not it's not Doberman, or it's not a Pitbull.
Was it
Pitbull? Get out!
It was a Pitbull.
It's all No, I don't think so. In the first one,
I think
Oh
he's
no,
a-
in the new one though, he's got
is
a new
it?
dog. It's the dog that
it's
he
a
gets
breed
at
with
the
a big
end
head.
of John
Not
Wick
allowed.
1.
Not allowed those
What
in Montreal.
does this have to do with
We're arguing semantics over the type of dog.
It's the dog. What the dog is.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of movie news. There's gonna be a lot of Marvel news.
Give me that surprise. I want the surprises.
I want a lot of comic book news.
You know what's
as
going to be?
well.
That was going to be BS again, where they're going to show 5 minutes of Guardians 2, but we can't see it.
I don't
but
think it
everyone's
will.
Gonna talk
I don't.
about it.
It'll
It
be a
better
new
not
trailer.
be. It better
But
not
they
be.
don't. New York Comic Con does panels, but they don't do panels like San Diego
Right,
Comic Con.
where they're,
New
like,
York Comic Con is
hiring
getting
people.
bigger
Yeah.
now to the point they used to focus a lot on TV and smaller projects, but now it's to the point where it's our second San Diego. San Diego's getting too big.
Yeah.
That some people are now moving over to New York Comic Con, which is fine by me.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be the
go to either of them.
spectacle. I don't think they're going to do like the live tweets of like the panels and
No,
stuff, but also
no, it
they'll be
won't.
like, oh, they dropped the new Guardians trailer.
Yeah.
Which I think they'll do.
If
Yeah.
you could choose, like if you like gun to your head or gun to James Gunn's head or whoever, one thing you really are hoping and dreaming and waking up in a cold sweat at 3 a.m. about, what do you really want to see come out of this if you can only pick one?
Title for episode 8.
Oh, that wasn't mine, but I'm taking it.
You want to see a title for episode 8?
The Search for the Jedi Temple. That's what it'll be.
A title like that can don't
To give
really
you an
sound
idea.
a huge. No, come on. Smarten
What's
up.
yours then?
Smarten up. No, I want it to be Marvel news. I want more. I think Infinity War news. Like we already know that.
Too soon. Not going to happen.
We already know that they're filming. They have Brolin like in there
didn't
doing his
pre-production
Thanos
start this
stuff.
week or something?
Oh, it started a while
Yeah.
ago. So like I have a feeling. Come on.
Not going to happen.
I do know, like you said, it'll be Guardians for sure, like
Yeah.
obviously, but give me a little squeaker, a little something else.
Oh, no.
I'm-
They'll announce Captain Marvel's director.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe she'll come out in sweet, sexy uniform again.
Brie
I'm
Larson.
going to give you the Curtis Nash guarantee that we're going to see, either a sizzle reel or a teaser for something Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That'd be all right, too.
Because
did
they
wrap.
They did wrap
They did
filming
wrap
and everything,
filming.
so I wouldn't be surprised.
There's the rumor of. I bet you we'll hear some villains. Like there's
You haven't
still
seen,
no villains.
They've been teasing.
confirmed.
They haven't come
Yeah.
right out and
Haven't
said.
seen
You've seen a
Keaton
picture of
anywhere?
Shocker,
Yeah.
allegedly, which it
the
obviously
Tinkerer
is.
and stuff like that.
But I want to see some Michael Keaton.
I'd laugh
Yeah.
so hard because nobody's seen any set photos of him or in the Vulture costume or anything. If he's Uncle Ben and dies in the first 5 minutes.
Or is JJ or yeah.
Good one.
Jonah Jameson.
Jonah Jameson.
JJ. Yeah.
JJ.
Go drink some more Buckleys, man.
No, NyQuil.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Scissor. Josh is high on scissor, everybody.
He just walked in, just pounding a bottle of scissor. Well, that's it for our ridiculous show for today. Thank you for joining us, and find us and the lovely gentleman on the Twitter machine.
At Real Reviews 00.
And at On Air Darren for myself. Subscribe to the Real Reviews channel, and also find mine, Darren On Air and VO, and subscribe to that one as well. We do a new video every single week. And let us know what you think of the show and maybe some of the stuff we talked about as well, and what your predictions are of New York Comic Con next week. Until then,
Peace.
Oh.
yeah.